Rhino Nation! Yes, a little bit late, but here we are. What are we on, Chief? 3?
Week 4.
We're gonna be on week 4. Well, we're week 4, our third war, right? That's where it gets confusing. I gotta quit thinking
You're
about it
correct.
that way. But hello,
Yep.
Chief. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you?
I'm very good. So thank you for helping me out. You know, I did record this the other day, and in the background, because I was trying to record it during the daytime, I had the lawnmower people going, I had my bird going. So it was not pretty when I listened back. Thank goodness I had it recorded. So we're going to try to do some little sneaky editing and get in our replays. How does that sound?
Sounds like a winner.
All right, so let's just go ahead and dive into it then. Kablammy! So, this was a toughie. We just couldn't get it going on 11v11. That's really what the bottom line was. We had a bunch of really close ones, but it just wasn't, we just weren't connecting. And right now, 11v11, if you don't do it, it's game over, really. I mean, you can really survive some dips, which I think we had maybe 2 dips. Does that sound right?
That sounds right.
Yeah. So we had 2 dips, you know, and you can survive that. But 11s, if you don't get enough, it's just, you can't do it. They had, you know, hats off to them. They had 2 12v12s, I believe. So, you know, next time we'll get it. But let's go ahead and talk about what happened. Let's check out the 6-packers from the bottom up. We have Master D, Zeus, Sticky Finger, Stickman 73, and Sarah the Awesome. So nice job to those guys. No 6-packers anywhere else, of course, but 10s continue to do a good job for us and give us a chance. So that's really all that we have to talk about with our little recap. Should we just check out some replays?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go ahead and do it. We're going to start from the bottom of the map. So let me go ahead and try to get over to the map here and go down. It looks like I've got on my notes. Of course, these are rough notes, so hang tight, everybody. But number 27 is where we're going to start. And this is, who was this again? One man, Gary. Nice one. Nice one, Gary. Boy, eyesight is bad. So he didn't get a 6-pack, but I like his attack. It's an E-clone attack. Let's go ahead and check this thing out. He is bringing... Oh, look at this. Is this the blimp that I see? Hey. You don't see that every day, do you? I am horrible with the blimp and the clone. I can barely get the clone when it's the slow-moving Slimmer, let alone the blimp. So, but he's going to go ahead and use the blimp on this one. And he starts off... This is a cleanup. I think it was only the second hit. And to be honest, I'm not sure if it was an E-clone to start with the first hit. Right. But he does a good job. He knows what's over there in the corner at 3 o'clock. And he knows, you know, usually what you do with the clone is you just try to, you know, clear some things out for your Lalo to make it a little bit easier. So he's going to get, you know, some good value. He's getting the Teslas plus a couple Whiz Towers over there. And then he will lead with the Loons just in case there's some Sams. And watch this. Something comes up here in a minute. Bammo. There's the Sam and blimp. Successful clone. Bravo. Good job. And watch the value that he gets out of this thing. I remember watching this one live, actually. And another thing that I really liked about this one, too, is look at how soon he started the Lalo. He didn't need the Hound down by that the Tesla and, you know, a couple other buildings. So go ahead and get your Lalo going. I mean, you already got your objectives. You got the CC. You got your, you know, your stuff cleared out, your queen and everything. So get it going. And that's what he did. He's got the heal already down. And he pretty much smashes this. You see he's got like 6 Loons left. And there's no reason he has to put the rest of them down, really, because he has so much time. We're going to go ahead and just 2-speed right through the end of this because it's pretty easy for him. And, you know, it's always nice when these kind of attacks work out this way. And you don't really have to sweat it after the first about minute because you know you've got it down already.
Yep, you did a great job. That second Hound really tanked on the Whiz Tower. The noonish area, that really helped.
Yeah, it did. And look at that. No need for a Loon or a haste. So good job. Nice one, Gary. So, sticking to our little pattern, we're going to go ahead and move it up to number 21, according to my notes. And who's number 21? Zeus. So let's go ahead and see if I can get it on up there. Skipping around. Here we go. And he's going to attack Big Stick. He's been killing it with the old Dragon Storm attack, they're calling it.
Yep.
But look what he does. He only brings 2 zaps. So initially you think, what's he got planned? And then you look at the base and you see, wait a minute, he's got 2 ADs that he could probably get. And that's what he's banking on. He's hoping to get 2 ADs with his heroes. Then he really only needs to zap 1, and it's the same game as normal. But instead, he gets to bring another spell. So he can bring, 2 other spells, right? Instead of the 2 zaps, he goes ahead and brings 2 additional rages. And he does not get the AD down. So, and he had planned on it, but now he's probably thinking, oh boy, what am I going to do? And I don't know if he initially planned on coming in from this side, but it's actually going to work out fine because he's coming in from this side with all the dragons plus the 2 extra rages. He's going to send the Hound at 1 AD and then the Slammer at the other one. So really, no harm, no foul that he didn't get that other one, especially again with those extra spells. So he goes ahead and zaps that back one, puts in the rage, and it does get a little bit. I remember after this attack, he was like, "Well, that didn't go as I planned." But again, nice thinking on his part as far as if he had to adjust it or however he was going to come in, because it worked out just fine. Using the haste on the loons, max loons, those things are just deadly, and they're down there really kind of away from a lot of the splash, at least at the beginning. So, you're looking at this going, there's plenty of time. This is another one I remember watching live. I was on quite a bit at the beginning of this war just to see how our 10s were doing, and he's got plenty of dragons left, a couple loons floating over there, helping him. So let's just clean up time now. We'll go ahead and 2-time, maybe even 4-time through the rest of this, and say bravo Zeus for your 6-pack. Good job. And he's been using the Dragon Storm, so cool. And the one thing that's really cool about that attack, we've been trying a bunch of different little things. Just like that, only bring 2 bolts instead. I've seen even 3 bolts in a Quake. I saw a P.E.K.K.A. on another one. But let's go ahead and move up and look at this number 17 here. I'm already into it. But Sarah, another 6-packer, and she came in, bam, bam, thank you, 6-pack, done. And used 2 different attacks. So, she's very versatile. I think she uses pretty much everything that I've seen. E-clone hogs, and then here she's coming in with this P.E.K.K.A. smash attack. I don't know if it's technically called that with these healers, but basically the idea is it works really well on these diamondy kind of bases where you come in opposite the town hall. The healers are just kind of keeping the P.E.K.K.A.s up. And with the wizards on the side, look at all the stuff she's cleared out. There is no way anyone is going anywhere except for right behind the wrecker. And she goes ahead and uses her rage to get some things through. Nice little freeze there to get the queen and the CC troops frozen. And you see she has a jump. She's going to use that for that back side because you have to get back there to that inferno. And she probably, I don't know if she knew that her wrecker was going to make it through the CC, but it did. So there she is, freeze in the back. And how many P.E.K.K.A.s are left? I can't even tell, but there are a ton. And the other cool thing about this attack, notice she brought some loons.
For 9 o'clock.
Yeah, this was a fresh hit, so she didn't really know that those Teslas were there, but she's probably, I've seen it with hogs before, a couple hogs just to kind of help things go. Because you just never know what's going to happen with this attack. The P.E.K.K.A.s can get stuck inside, you have to have a little bit of backside help. And so she brought in those loons and it worked out great for her at 9.
Absolutely.
So way to go, Sarah, the awesome. Good job on number 17. So we have time for one more. Number 14. Who is number 14? Sticky Finger. And this is actually Andy. That's his Discord name. So Sticky Finger, and he's another one who has been using, let's see, the dragon attack. We like it. Dragon Storm. And here he is coming with the normal, or pretty much a normal comp that we all use. I like to bring minions a lot of times for cleanup because you just never know how the dragons might stray on you.
Right.
But he's going to go ahead and start out with a baby dragon. He knows what his objective is. Look at that. He knows that he can get his king right over there. Hello, AD. I'm going to go ahead and just take you down. And let's see where he decides to put his queen. Oh, over on the other side because he believes he's going to get another AD down. Let's just see how that goes. So this is bonus. He's going to get everything down. So, you know, Zeus, when he thought he was getting 2 down, he was just going to go ahead and bring 2 bolts and then rages. Andy's like, no. I'm going to go ahead and still bolt all the rest of the ADs, getting 2 down with my heroes, and then send the dragon, you know, posse, whatever, right through here.
Right.
And here he comes. And I believe this one was a fresh hit. Let's see on my notes. Yep, this was a fresh hit. So he had it planned from the beginning, exactly what he was going to do. He likes to send a lot of times the slammer kind of as a support, either as a tank, maybe from the side. And that's exactly what he does on this one. So he sends that slammer down to the side there to kind of keep the dragons together, essentially, is what he's doing. To make the most of that rage and just get him through there. I'll go ahead and zoom in here. Let's see, about half health left on the slammer. So it could possibly make it all the way through the way this is going.
Yeah.
You see the sweepers pointed towards 12, so that's not going to come into play. It's really just some piddly defenses left, really. I mean, the Expo, that's going to start firing in. Okay, fine. So the slammer's going to get hit, and then here he comes with his haste, and he even has a dragon in there that's going to take advantage of that haste. So, again, this attack, I've been loving it personally at Town Hall 10, and we've been trying a lot of different little variations with it. Just all dragons and sometimes just bringing a few different, you know, troops or different spells, but it's pretty hard to defend on almost any base right now.
Yeah, that's a strong attack.
Very strong. So that's it for our Town Hall 10s. We are going to move it up, and we should have time to check out two Town Hall 11s. The first one's going to be Red Chief on number 11 here, so let's check that one out. What did he use? Okay, this was a cleanup, and he's using miners. Now, it was hit by something different on the first hit, but we figured out that it was a Lalo. So this attack was toward the end of the war. We were all on voice, and we basically needed to go 3 for 3. We had 3 attacks left. We actually had 4, and we decided we're going to have to hit up one on a 12, get a 2-star, and we were going to have to go 3 for 3. And who else to start off the 3 for 3 train but Manos? And he comes in here and looks at the base and says, you know, this is really compacted. It's a Lalo CC. I can use my heroes on the side and not pull the CC. So I'm going to send miners right up the gut and bring 6 heals with his warden. Right? So essentially 7 heals. He can just use the heals on every single inch of the base. And that's pretty much what he does. He knows as long as he gets this loon down and keeps everybody under heal and warden ability, then he can get through that beginning part of the base without a problem. And you see how he used his king down there. Even the king almost got a couple other Teslas there. And then he's got the slammer coming in from the top, taking all the heat for the Expos. Did you see how that they just turned and fired on the Expos? And that leaves the miners to go all on their own. And again, we were on voice and just thinking, wow, he has just smashed this without a problem. Why didn't we think of this attack the first time, you know? That's what you wish.
The second time, at least we know what the Lalo is, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can't really do that kind of a all-out if you don't know it's Lalo. Right. But
it is a total mass miner.
Yeah. I mean, and great base identification at a time when we needed the 11v11. So good job to you. It's all over except for one Wiz Tower, so there it goes down. Good job, Mano. Okay, so we have time for one more, and this was our second of the 3 that we needed to get. and this was Steph. So, you know, it was between Steph or myself who were going to hit it, and Steph was pretty much ready, had a couple other ideas that I liked, so I said, you know what, go for it, buddy. So this lead was pretty much the same as the other attack, where you lead with a giant to help tank the queen to come over there and get the AD. The difference that he did down here at 6 o'clock is originally we used a P.E.K.K.A. and a wizard to kind of clear out some of that stuff, and then the king up at 3. And, you know, when he and Manos were looking at it, they're like, you know, that really didn't get us a ton of value to have that P.E.K.K.A. Down there. No. Let's just use the king. Because you just need to funnel to get the dragons in. So that's what they changed, and I like it, because you really didn't need anything over there at the side, because you'll go ahead and get it later. More important that you need to do is just funnel, which is what he does here, and then he goes ahead and brings the slammer in the bottom, and so that was kind of another change. And then we also knew that we were going to have to bat wave from that back.
We bat bombed, right?
It bat bombed.
We bombed it. We bombed it right on the Inferno.
Yeah, that's another thing that as we were doing a lot of these hits, you know, when there's that multi Inferno, you almost, and especially if it's, you know, kind of in the center and hard to get to, it's almost impossible to wave in because of the 5 streams that come out. You pretty much have to rage freeze bats. So that was a couple adjustments that we had to make on some of the cleanup attacks. You know, and something that we'll note going forward as we're trying to plan, that you basically have to do that depending on what way you're coming in on the base. But it worked out great on this one. We're going to 2 times it, 4 times it through, because it's just clean up here, and he has a freeze and a minion left, and he'll put that minion on that elixir storage to kind of help clean up, and then dragons coming in from behind. So there we go. We made it.
Good job.
Yeah, good job, Rhinos. You know, again, we fell short. It was tough to try to get those 11v11s, but hats off to Suzie's Knights. They did a great job. And,
absolutely.
We look forward to just getting ready for next week against Golden League, I believe. Is that correct?
You're correct.
All right. So I'm sure you'll help me again next time.
Absolutely.
All right. And until then, we will check you later. Peace all, and we'll see you next week.